As you all know, the name is Abdul Rauf M, Abugri, an independent parliamentary candidate for Ayawaso West wuogon. And the terminology most of everybody knows is that we want to break the duopoly of NPP and NDC within this constituency. We've had the surface of NPP and NDC within the constituency for a very long time. And I think this is a time that we need a change within the constituency. We need a change that everybody is looking for. We are living in a constituency that is the most developed constituency throughout the country. But then what are we aspiring as? So today I'm here to share with you a manifesto that I've named it the 10 policies in breaking the duopoly of NPP and NDC in Ayawaso West wuogon. The number one policy that I would like to share with you all is one of them. The first one is transparent governance and accountable leadership. I pledge to uphold the principles of transparent governance and accountability, ensuring that Ayawaso West wuogon decision-making process are open, inclusive, responsive, and to the needs of all citizens. This policy aims to promote trust, credibility, and good governance, ultimately strengthening this constituency. The key provision of this policy is that I will hold regular public meetings to discuss constituency issues and decisions as well. I will provide timely and transparent information on decision-making processes. I will establish an open records policy ensuring easy access to constituency documents and data. I will respond promptly to constituency requests for information. I will establish an independent audit office to monitor constituency finances within the Ayawaso West wuogon. I will create a constituent-led oversight committee to ensure accountability. I will foster participatory budgeting processes involving citizens in resource allocation decision within the Ayawaso West wuogon constituency. I will organize regular town hall meetings and surveys to gather citizen feedback. I will establish clear conflicts of interest policies and procedures. I will ensure transparency in dealing with private interests and contractors as well. The implementation of this plan. I will conduct government assessment to identify areas of improvement within this policy. I will establish transparency and accountability committee to oversee implementation of this policy within the constituency. I will allocate a dedicated budget for transparency and accountability initiative within the constituency. I will elaborate with constituency groups, NGOs, and experts to ensure effective implementation of this policy. I will evaluate and adjust the program regularly to ensure its effectiveness. And then these are the benefits of this policy for the people of the constituency and the constituency at large. It shall foster trust between citizens and representatives, such as the member of parliament and the constituent living in the constituency. It shall enhance decision-making processes and accountability. It shall involve constituents in governance and decision-making. It shall minimize opportunities for corruption and mismanagement within the constituency. It shall ensure constituency resources are used effectively and efficiently. It shall ensure independent oversight and monitoring of constituency executive and constituency activities, to be specific. Enhancing security and well-being. I pledge to prioritize community safety and security, ensuring the people of Ayawaso West wuogon feel protected and supported. This policy aims to reduce crime and foster culture of trust and cooperation between law enforcement and the communities within the constituency. And the key provisions for this constituency. I will increase police presence and engagement in local communities of Ayawaso West wuogon so that we don't have anything to do with the issue that happened recently that made Ayawaso West wuogon very popular, which has to do with election conflict within some polling stations in the constituency. I will establish community police forums for open dialogue and feedback. I will implement evidence-based crime prevention programs and initiatives. I will upgrade street lighting, CCTV cameras, and other safety infrastructures. Yesterday, I was passing by this road. I realized that all the street lights are off. Whilst we have students who walk through here during the night hours. What happened? What are we doing towards that to solve this security problem? I will offer rehabilitation programs for offenders to reduce recidivism. I will foster partnerships with local opportunities, NGOs, and community groups. I will also coordinate efforts to address root causes of crime and social issues within the constituency. I will provide counseling and support for crime victims and their families as well. Implementation of this plan. I will identify key concerns and areas of focus within the constituency. I will bring together stakeholders for collaboration and feedback. I will designate a dedicated budget for community safety and initiative. I will regularly assess program effectiveness and data-driven decisions and the benefits of this policy for the constituency. It shall decrease crime rates and improve public safety. It shall foster a cultural trust between law enforcement and the community at large. It shall support the physical and mental well-being of members of Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency. It shall enhance businesses' confidence and economic development. It shall promote a sense of community and social responsibility. And the timeline. I aim to implement this policy immediately I assume office with regular reviews and evaluations to ensure its effectiveness within the constituency. And the policy number 3. Choboy! Number 3 is affordable housing and support for the less privileged within the constituency. I pledge to address the housing needs of our constituency, prioritizing affordable housing and providing free houses for the less privileged within the constituency. This policy aims to ensure that every individual has access to safe, secure, and affordable shelter, promoting social justice and economic growth. Key provisions. I will develop affordable housing projects with subsidized prices for low-income families within the constituency. I will partner with private developers to offer discounted rates for affordable housing units. I will identify and provide free houses to extremely poor families, the disabled, and the vulnerable groups within the constituency. I will collaborate with NGOs and community organizations to support the less privileged. I will rehabilitate and renovate existing dilapidated houses units for low-income families. I will provide financial assistance for home repairs and maintenance as well. I will offer affordable financing options and subsidies for low-income families to purchase or rent homes within the constituency. I will provide financial literacy training and counseling. I will engage with local communities to understand housing needs and concerns. I will foster partnership with local organizations and stakeholders. Implementation plan. I will conduct a housing needs assessment to identify areas of focus within the constituency. I will establish a housing committee to coordinate efforts and monitor progress of this policy. I will allocate a dedicated budget for affordable housing initiative within the constituency. I will collaborate with national and international organizations for expertise and funding. I will evaluate and adjust the program regularly to ensure its effectiveness within the constituency. The benefits. Provide safe and secure shelters for low-income families. It shall enhance the well-being and quality of life for the less privileged. It shall stimulate local economies through affordable housing projects and job creation. It shall address housing inequalities and promote social justice within the constituency. It shall foster community engagement and socialism within the constituency. And the timeline for this policy. I aim to implement this policy within 3 months of taking office with reviews and evaluation to ensure its effectiveness. Policy number 4, constituency database system. The purpose of this policy is to establish guidelines for the effective data management and use of constituency database system. This system will restore and manage information related to people of Ayawaso West Wuogon, their concerns and interactions with them. This policy applies to all staff members and authorized users to access and utilize the constituency database system, unlike the Ghana card we all know. Objective of this policy. This policy will ensure the accurate and efficient management of constituency data. It will provide a secure and reliable platform for storing and retrieving constituency information. It will facilitate effective communication and engagement with constituents as we are all sitting here. It will also support data-driven decision-making and policy development. It will solve the problem of unemployment within the constituency, especially for graduates. It will minimize corruption as well. Sharp. Data management. Constituent data will be collected through various channels, including online forms, surveys, physical headcount initiative, maternity homes, and district assemblies, like the way it's done in the US. Not like the way Ghana here, Ghana card, you can't apply for Ghana card online. You have to go to NIA head office. US is coming to Ayawaso West Wuogon. Immediately, and use. Only authorized staff members of Data Resource Center and recommended institutions shall have access to the data system. Constituent data will not be shared with external parties without explicit consent, like the way Ghana's database system has been sold to Chinese and then they are using it to take loan and asset, which everybody is doing there. Data protection. Sensitive constituent data will be encrypted to prevent unauthorized access, such as hacking and then all those kind of stuff we know. Regular backups will be performed and a disaster recovery plan will be done to replace it. Access to the data system will be restricted to authorized personnel only. Training and support. Staff members who have access to this database system will receive training on the use of this database system. Technical support will be available to address the issues and to provide assistance to them as well, and monitoring and evaluation of this policy. The database system's performance will be regularly monitored. Data quality will be regularly assessed and improved. User feedback will be collected to improve the system and its use. Unlike the Ghana card, if you sit somewhere and you complain to them, they will tell you that you are not the one who brought it. You look for those who brought it. Policy number 5, Duopoly healthcare and well-being for all. I pledge to prioritize free healthcare and well-being for all constituents within the constituency. Currently, if you go to University of Ghana Medical Center and you don't hold 500 cedi because you have a headache, then don't be prepared to go there. Questions. I will provide free access to primary, secondary, and tertiary healthcare services, including doctor consultation, hospital stays, and medical procedures within the constituency. I will offer preventive care, diagnostic tests, and treatment to acute and chronic conditions. I will offer free specialized care for mental and dental health and reproductive health as well. I will provide access to rehabilitation services, including physiotherapy and occupational therapy. I will offer free prescription medication and vaccine for Minya Osiadia Meye Oya Namasi. I will support mental health awareness and safety. I will provide education and training on health habits, disease prevention, and management. I'll offer workshop on nutrition, fitness, and then stress-free management as well. Now, what implementation. I will conduct a healthcare needs assessment to identify priority areas. I will establish a healthcare committee to coordinate efforts and monitor progress. I will allocate dedicated budget to healthcare services and initiatives. I will collaborate with healthcare providers, NGO, and community organizations to deliver services. I will evaluate and adjust the program regularly to ensure its effectiveness. Benefit. It shall enhance the overall health and well-being of our constituents. It shall minimize financial burdens on individuals and families. It shall support a health and productive workforce within the constituency. It shall address healthcare inequalities and promote social justice. And ownership in healthcare initiative. Policy number 6. Number 6. Free tertiary education. Policy number 6. Free tertiary education from level 100 to level 400. Somebody got the chance to launch a whole national manifesto for a country, and you sit somewhere and you tell me that you are going to implement free tertiary education for level 100 students. And to Omunko school, hostel fees. From level 100 back to and I want to ask go school. Free tertiary education from level 100 to level 400. Listen, for active voters within the constituency, only those who vote within the after 7th December, by 7 p.m., after I have been declared as the new member of parliament, which is a must for Ayawaso West wuogon, I pledge to provide free tertiary education, listen well, to all eligible citizens who participate in democratic process by voting in our constituency. Only those who vote here. And the implementation is going to be done on only universities within the constituency. So far as you are a university and you have a land within this constituency, let me tell you, if you go to the US and then you are schooling within their territory, if you are not an international student, you are within their territory, all those who live in the communities and the municipalities within all those territories, all universities, they negotiate with the people who are there. They will have to negotiate with the leaderships. That the leadership, we are negotiating with you. We are giving you a 70% offer, which sums up to 100%. I am negotiating for the 100%. Universities here has to provide 100% free education for people to school from level 100 to level 400. It's a must. If you cannot provide it, you move your school from here. We don't need it. Both within the West, within Ayawaso West wuogon constituency, will be eligible. Vote in Ayawaso West wuogon constituency will be eligible for free tertiary education. I shall partner with local authorities, colleges, universities, vocational and training institutions within the constituency, including University of Ghana, University of Professional Studies, Accra College of Education, Jimpa, and other private universities. And they will offer it according to the ranges of program they do within their schools. This policy shall cover full tuition fees and living expenses for undergraduate and postgraduate programs, including degree and diploma courses within these universities. I shall provide free education for the duration of the program, up to a maximum of 4 years from level 100 to level 400. I shall offer additional support, including mentorship, internship opportunities, and career guidance. Policy way union baby NPP amount, NDC amount, and it is possible here. That's what implementation plan. Listen to the implementation plan. I will collaborate with the Electoral Commission to verify voter participation. So you don't just wake up and say, I've gotten admission, I vote here. When you come, you provide your ID number. We'll verify it at the database resource center to make sure you are voting here. If your auntie is here, it doesn't mean that you have access. You must be effective voter. Because all those who are contesting here, the MPs here, they win their vote from the students. University of Ghana, Legon, they have the largest polling stations within there. If you want the highest vote, they have about 20,000 voters over there. What are you providing for them? Accra College of Education, University of Professional Studies. What are you providing for them? So you can't be a university here and you think that you're a university here. People should attend within the constitution. There is nothing, no form of, how do we call it? Let me tell you what your MPs are doing. Your MPs are negotiating with these universities, with V8. The monies that they are supposed to negotiate for you to be used to pay your school fees, they will negotiate and tell you that they've given you scholarship to go there and study. They've negotiated with them. They are using that monies to be, how do you call it, selling admissions out, telling people that give me 10,000, I'll give you admission to the law school. Give me this money. Where do you think all these things are going to? That is what they are not implementing. They are exchanging our career. Monies that are meant for us, they are using it for their VA, building their houses, and affording a whole lot of things that we can't mention here. I will foster and partner with tertiary universities or institutions to ensure a smooth implementation process. I will advocate a dedicated budget for this initiative, exploring options such as government grants, private sector partnership, and philanthropic donations. I shall regularly monitor and evaluate this program's effectiveness, making adjustments as needed. And the benefit of this program: it shall encourage civic engagement and boost voter turnout. It shall promote a culture of lifelong learning, empowering citizens to acquire new skills and knowledge as well. It shall develop a skilled and knowledgeable workforce, driving economic growth and development. It shall enhance social mobility, providing equal opportunities for citizens to access higher education. It shall strengthen democratic participation, fostering a more informed and engaged citizenry. And a timeline: I aim to implement this within my second month of taking in office as a member of parliament. Joe Biden! And the seventh one also follows: empowering our youth development initiative. Unlike the way somebody is going around and sharing Kivo Gary to people and they are posting on social media, organizing buses to pick students home. That is not what we need. This morning I had a message that Accra College of Education, there is shortage of water there. Who is providing for them? Right from here, I'm going to provide about 10 tanks of water to you. I plan to prioritize. I plan to prioritize youth. I pledge to prioritize youth empowerment through a comprehensive program of initiative, ensuring our young people have access to opportunities, resources, and support to reach their full potential. I could possibly tell you that I'm a youth, like the way most of you are here. And I'm below 30 years. That shocks a lot of people to see somebody below 30 years contesting as a member of parliament. We don't need old men anymore. We need the young people to reset and then change their mind. Key provisions: I will provide training and workshops in emerging technologies, entrepreneurship, and vocational skills. Not like somebody's, how do you call it, Kayo scheme. I don't know what all of these things is about. I will offer scholarship and I will offer scholarship for higher education and professional certification. I will create job opportunities through public-private partnership and youth-led initiative. We don't want, how do we call it, companies that are run by old men. That if you're a lady and then you go there, they say open your legs. We want a youth program. I will establish youth-focused health services, including mental health support and counseling. I will promote a healthy lifestyle through sports, recreation, and wellness programs. I will develop leadership training programs and youth-led community engagement. I will encourage civic participation and volunteerism through incentive and recognition. I will provide access to career guidance, job placement, and resume building support. I will offer financial literacy training and microfinance options to people within the constituency. Key implementation. I shall identify key challenges and areas of interest for the youth to focus on. I will foster a platform for youth input and feedback on policy development. Today, you and I, as a youth, we don't have any say. We can only go to Twitter and speak for free. Today, if you say anything, even on Facebook, how do we call, like what Bongo Ideas did recently? National security, or they will just send people wearing blacks to chase you away. We are living in a country that the youth must speak and the youth voice must be heard. When how do you call it, members of parliament get the power, instead of them to come to us and engage with us, that there is a policy within, how do we call it, there is a bill we need to pass within in the parliament house. I need all of you. You take everybody. You said no, yes, no, yes. We go like that. We pick everybody's one. We collaborate. Representing the people. Now, how do you call it? MPs are going on behalf of their political party. If their party says that yes, go for yes, they are all going for yes. If their party says that no, they are all going for no. We need to reset that and come back to, you have to come back to the people, listen to the people, and know that you are coming back to work for the people. And that is the way we are looking at. And that is an opportunity that we look at to changing the minds of the people within the constituency. Implementation plan. I shall identify the key challenges and areas of interest of our youth. I will foster a platform for youth input and feedback on policy development. I will collaborate with NGOs, businesses, and community groups to leverage resources and expertise. I will for youth-led empowerment initiative. I will regularly assess program effectiveness and make data-driven decisions. Benefit of this policy. It will develop a skilled and entrepreneurial youth workforce, driving economic growth. I will foster a sense of community and social responsibility among young people. I will encourage civic engagement and leadership among youth. I will support the physical and mental health of our young people. Mostly recently, when we are working on most of the traffic here, you see most of the youth who are working freely. Some of them, they have a psychiatric problem. Who is providing for them? You are not going to see, you are not also compare Ghana to US, that if you go to the US, you don't see mad people walking on the street. All of them are arrested, taken to the psychiatric hospital, and critical attention is being paid to them. And not in Ghana here. I see one guy, he has been writing all over the walls and writing. I would encourage civic engagement and leadership among youth. I will support the physical and mental health of our young people. I will unlock the potential of our youth, promoting innovation and creativity. And the timeline. I aim to implement this immediately I resume office as a member of Parliament, with regular reviews and evaluation to ensure its effectiveness. And there are conditions for this policy. This initiative will focus on youth between 10 years to 30 years. Today, you will see somebody at the same year saying that I am the youth organizer of this political party. 50 years, why are you saying how come? It's not possible. Talking about youth, there should be a leverage on the key number of years or the timeline that we call that these people are doing. My youth is focused on people between 10 and 30 years. Yes, has been residents of Ayawaso. It will encourage active participation in program activities and evaluation. By empowering our youth, we can build a brighter future for our constituency, driving economic growth, social cohesion, and democratic participation. So, protecting our environment for generation to come. I pledge to prioritize environmental sustainability, ensuring Ayawaso West Wuogon becomes a model for eco-friendly practices, reduced carbon footprint, conservation of natural resources. This policy aims to protect our environment, promote a sustainable development, and ensure a healthy and thriving ecosystem for future generations to come. Key provisions. I will invest in solar, wind, and hydroelectric power to reduce dependence on fossil fuel.
Good job.
Yesterday, about 3 hours or 5 hours, UPSA, all the hostels within the room, the lights were off. I asked them why. I think you're sacking them. Incentives for households and businesses to adopt renewable energy resources. I will implement a comprehensive waste reduction, recycling, and composting program. I will protect and restore natural habitat, forest, and waterways within the constituency. These days, you see that people are building on our waterways. Nobody is saying anything about it because most of them are ministers. I will promote sustainable agriculture practices and support local farmers within the constituency. I will develop and implement climate resilient infrastructure and planning. I will encourage carbon offsetting and carbon capturing initiatives. I will launch environmental educational programs for schools and communities. I will foster partnership with local organizations, businesses, and stakeholders in the constituency. I will conduct an environmental impact assessment to identify areas of focus within the constituency. I will establish an environmental sustainability committee to coordinate efforts of this program. I will allocate a dedicated budget for environmental initiatives. I will collaborate with national and international organizations for expertise and funding. I will monitor and evaluate progress, making adjustments as needed and the benefits. It shall decrease greenhouse gas emissions and contribute to global climate change efforts. It shall enhance public health and well-being through cleaner air and water. It shall protect and preserve natural resources for future generations. It shall create jobs, stimulate local economies, and attract eco-tourism in the constituency. Do you have many people visit the Ayawaso just because they are coming from? It shall foster a culture of environmental stewardship and community pride. The timeline, I aim to implement this policy within my first 2 months of taking office with regular reviews and evaluations to ensure its effectiveness. Joy! Hey! Joy! Hey! Job creation. Very important. Today we have a lot of people within the constituency. Right after their tertiary education, you have to see through. Every company is looking for people with 2 years, 3 years to 5 years experience. If you are not ready to pick somebody who doesn't have, how do you call it, any experience, which company is ready to pick somebody with experience? That is why today a lot of people have to leave from the country, travel outside the country, set up greener pastures. Today, we are going to have all the youth must stay here. I pledge to prioritize industrial infrastructure development, creating a conducive environment for a business thrive, innovative, and expand. This policy aims to stimulate economic growth, generate employment opportunities, and enhance Ayawaso West Wuogon to competitiveness. Key provisions. I will develop modern industrial parks and estates with essential amenities within the constituency. I will provide incentive for businesses to set up operations within these parks. I will upgrade roads and logistic facilities to facilitate easy movement of goods. I will ensure reliable and efficient supply of energy, water to industrial areas. I will expand high-speed internet access and digital connectivities to industrial areas. I will support the development of data resource centers and cloud computing infrastructures. I will establish training institutions and programs to ensure workforce skills within the constituency. I will collaborate with industries to provide apprenticeship and on-job training for people within the constituency, so that by the end of the day, when you are looking for a job, they ask you that you have 2 or 3 years experience? You already have the experience through Abdul Rauf Abugri, the member of parliament. I will conduct an industrial infrastructure assessment to identify priority areas. I will establish an industrial development committee to coordinate effort towards this program. I will locate dedicated budget to support industrial infrastructure projects within the constituency. I will collaborate with private sectors, partners, NGOs, and government agencies so that this initiative come to work. I will regularly evaluate, adjust the program to ensure its effectiveness and the benefit of this program. It shall stimulate industrial growth, increase the GDP within the constituency, sorry about that, and create jobs. It shall enhance Ayawaso West wuogon competitiveness in the regional and the global markets as well. It shall improve the quality of life for our constituency through better employment opportunities.
Good job.
It shall foster a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship. It shall promote sustainable industrial practices and environmental stewardship. I aim to implement this policy within 6 to 12 months of taking office as a member of parliament of Ayawaso West. Conditions. I shall encourage private sector investment and participation in industrial infrastructure development. I shall ensure community engagement and participation in industry development initiative. I shall ensure that industrial development projects adhere to development sustainable standards of this policy. Joboy! Joboy! Policy number. Urban Farmer Salary Support Program. How many farms do we have within the Ayawaso West constituency? There is no farm here. Nobody talks about farming. We have a lot of residential lands over here, but nobody talks about farming. Listen to this policy. You will love it. I'm sure you might graduate and you want to do it. I am committed to serving the needs of our great constituency. Today, I'm excited to announce a comprehensive initiative to support the farmers of this constituency, the backbone of our economy and food security. Ayawaso West wuogon, being the most developed constituency in Ghana, we have less lands available for farming activities. Today, lands within the constituency worth not less than 500,000 Ghana cedis. They are selling lands for $100,000, $200,000, and all those kind of things within the constituency, just for residential building only. And I understand that people are afraid to use their lands for farming because they see that using your lands for farming, you are not going to get the upper yield that you are looking at. Objective of this program. This program will provide a stable income to urban farmers, ensuring their livelihood and promoting sustainable food production in our constituency. I propose the establishment of an urban farmer salary support program to provide a minimum salary guarantee to urban farmers within the constituency. And this program aims to ensure fair compensation to urban farmers, leaders, and expertise, and to also promote sustainable agricultural practices and environmental stewardship, enhance food security and availability in Ayawaso West wuogon, support local economic growth and development. So, boy, this is what you want to hear. This is the key component of using your land for farming. A monthly salary of 10,000 Ghana cedi for full-time urban farmers. Anybody who allows his land to be used for farming. The land size that we are looking at is 70 by 100. If you allow a 70 by 100 land that you've bought for like $100,000 or $50,000, if you want to use that land for farming within the constituency, then I am going to pay you an amount of 10,000 Ghana cedi every month. In a year, you are looking about 120,000 Ghana cedis within the month. By monthly payments to ensure a stable income for urban farmers. Access to training, technical assistance, and then market information to enhance productivity and profitability, regular assessment to ensure program effectiveness and identify areas of improvement, implementation plan. I will collaborate with agriculture experts and local government representation to develop this program. And I am going to also allocate a part of my salary to support this program to make sure that it also comes through. Roll out this program within 5 months of taking office as a member of parliament for Ayawaso West Wuogon. I shall review and refine this program regularly to ensure its effectiveness within the constituency. The Urban Farmer Salary Support Program aims to recognize the vital conditions of the people of Ayawaso West Wuogon who intends to use their reserved residential lands for farming to our food system and community by providing a stable income and support services. We can promote sustainable agriculture, enhance food security, and foster local community growth. And the question most of you will be asking, we've had people who have served as MPs. They are not providing, they come and they tell us that there is no money. There is no money in the system. Let me tell you where these funds are going to come from. The first source of fund, District Assembly Common Fund. And I understand that the District Assembly Common Fund, people are saying that it has been assigned on all those kind of stuff. It depends on the constituency. If your constituency want to restructure District Assembly Common Fund, you restructure it. Today, District Assembly, they don't do any. Do you see any project they are doing for the constituency? No, they don't do any project for it. They allocate these funds to themselves within the office, and they will end up telling us that there is District Assembly Common Fund. Even though there is a lot of pressure on these funds, but I shall restructure it to favor my policies as an MP for Ayawaso West Wuogon 2025. The second source of fund is the government grants. I shall apply for government grants from various sector ministries and departments aligned with my policy initiative. Number 3, International Organization Fund. I shall explore funding opportunities from international organizations like the United Nations, World Bank, and European Union. I'm not going to borrow money to come and do any project here. We shall take the money for free. Non-governmental organizations. I shall partner with a lot of NGOs from and beyond Ghana, focus on issues relevant to my policies, such as healthcare, education, farming, and environmental conservation. Private sector partnership. I shall collaborate with local businesses and corporations to secure funding or in-kind support for specific projects and crowdfunding. I shall utilize online platforms to raise funds from a large number of people across the globe to support this initiative. Donation from constituency. This constituency being the most developed constituency, there are a lot of people with money. You don't need to beg them to bring money on board. When they see that you are doing the good work, they will bring their money to support. They will fruit their money. And the last one is a personal resource. I shall consider contributing my own funds from businesses, salary and allowances as a member of parliament for Ayawaso West Wuogon to support. So these are the 10 policies I have for Ayawaso.